From the depths of the ocean to the trembling earth, one god reigns supreme, Poseidon. With a strike of his trident, he commands storms, unleashes earthquakes, and rules the creatures of the deep. Feared by mortals, respected by gods, his power is unstoppable. Dive in as we uncover the might of the King of the Seas. Welcome to the realm of the mighty Poseidon, god of the sea, control over the sea, master of oceans and waters. Poseidon was the ultimate ruler of the seas, holding dominion over all waters, both salt and fresh. With a mere thought, he could summon raging storms or calm the turbulent waves. His trident, a mighty symbol of his power, served as the instrument through which he commanded the oceans. The seas obeyed him, from the vast, endless depths of the abyss to the sunlit shores where mortals lived. Summoning storms and tsunamis, Poseidon could conjure violent storms, tsunamis, and tempests with ease. If angered, he could flood coastal cities, sinking ships and drowning entire fleets. Command of sea creatures. Poseidon had the ability to command all sea creatures, fish, whales, and even sea monsters like the Kraken and Charybdis, sending them into battle or using them for his own purposes. Earthquake generation, the Earthshaker. Poseidon's nickname as the Earthshaker was well earned. His dominion extended beyond the oceans, as he had the power to cause earthquakes. With a strike of his trident, he could split the earth, create fissures, and even level cities. The ground would tremble in fear at his will, and mountains could crumble to dust in an instant. Tremors and fault lines. Poseidon could shake the land, causing massive earthquakes that disrupted civilizations and shattered kingdoms. The island of Atlantis was said to have sunk into the sea because of his wrath. Controlling volcanoes. Though not as often depicted, Poseidon could have control over volcanoes, causing eruptions to destroy enemies or landscapes. Weather manipulation. Master of storms, in addition to his control over the sea, Poseidon held dominion over weather itself. As the god of storms, he could alter the winds, summon hurricanes, and blanket the skies with thunder and lightning. He could cause floods with torrential rains or bring peaceful breezes to calm troubled waters. Storm creation. Poseidon could call forth hurricanes or violent sea storms, capable of sinking even the mightiest ships. Weather control on land. He could influence weather far from the ocean's reach, creating storm clouds over cities or calm skies when he wished. Horse creation and domination, the god of horses. Poseidon's ability to create horses was another powerful aspect of his abilities. Legend states that he created the first horse from the waves of the sea, shaping it into a creature of unparalleled strength and speed. He was considered the patron god of horsemen, often depicted with horses or riding a chariot drawn by the majestic creatures. Creation of horses. Poseidon gave mortals the gift of horses, which helped in transportation, agriculture, and battle. Horses in combat. In war, Poseidon's horses were swift and strong, often used in the chariots of warriors or as companions to heroes. Immortality and divine strength. Unmatched power as an immortal Olympian god, Poseidon could not age or die, making him a timeless force of nature. His divine strength allowed him to face other gods in battle and emerge victorious. His strength was equal, if not greater, than that of his brothers, Zeus and Hades. Physical power. Poseidon could easily overpower mortals, heroes, and even some gods in battle. His strikes were devastating, whether in the sea or on land. Divine resilience. Being a god, Poseidon was impervious to mortal weapons or harm. His immortality ensured he could never be killed or permanently defeated. Shape-shifting and illusions. Deceptive god. Poseidon, like many gods of Olympus, possessed the ability to change his form at will. He could assume the guise of a mortal, a beast, or even another god to deceive mortals and achieve his desires. This shape-shifting ability made him a master of illusion and trickery, allowing him to interact with humans without revealing his true identity. Disguises. Poseidon sometimes took on human form to walk among mortals, as he did when he visited the city of Troy to aid in its construction. Deception. He could disguise his intentions, appearing as a peaceful benefactor when in fact, he was preparing for wrath. Command over sea monsters and beasts. King of the depths, Poseidon could command the creatures of the deep. His trident had the power to summon and control sea monsters, from the massive Kraken to terrifying beasts like the Cetus or the Charybdis. The seas were home to his monstrous servants, and they would rise at his command to wreak havoc. Kraken and sea serpents. Poseidon could summon creatures from the depths of the ocean to attack ships or enemies. Monsters and guardians. He often used sea monsters to protect sacred places or punish those who angered him. Blessings and curses, divine justice. Poseidon, like many gods, could either bless or curse mortals. He was a god who offered prosperity to those who honored him and punishment to those who wronged him. Those who respected Poseidon would find safe passage on the seas, while those who disrespected him could find themselves shipwrecked or cursed with endless storms. Blessings. Sailors who prayed to Poseidon before embarking on their journeys often found safe passage, and farmers who honored him saw their crops flourish. Curses. Poseidon was quick to anger. For example, he cursed Odysseus to wander the seas for 10 years after the hero blinded Poseidon's son, Polyphemus. He also punished the city of Athens, which had chosen Athena as their patron instead of him. Trident. The source of all power, the trident, Poseidon's most iconic weapon, was a tool of immense power, capable of manipulating water, causing earthquakes, and even shaping the land itself. Forged by the Cyclopes, the trident allowed Poseidon to channel his immense powers into focused bursts of divine force. Manipulation of water. Poseidon could control both salt water and fresh water, calling forth rivers, lakes, and oceans to serve his will. Shaping the land, the trident could create fresh springs, fountains, and saltwater seas. It could also cause massive tectonic shifts, splitting the ground in moments of rage. Architecture and creation. Builder of cities, while Poseidon was known for his destructive power, he also had the ability to create. Poseidon played a role in the construction of cities, such as when he helped build the walls of Troy in exchange for worship. His ability to shape land and water meant that he could assist in creating structures or even entire islands. City walls and architecture. Poseidon, along with Apollo, helped build the legendary walls of Troy, only to later exact revenge when the Trojans betrayed him. Creation of islands. Poseidon could create islands by commanding the earth to rise from the sea, reshaping the world as he saw fit. Subscribe to Mighty Hub and stay mighty.